Monday, the 13th of August, and this is one of those days where I had fairly low expectations coming into the gym. Um, Training kind of goes in cycles and in a rhythm. You very rarely get two, and even more rarely three really great training days in a row. We had a great workout on Friday last week. And then after that, we came in on Saturday, and most of the guys hit new PRs on the squat. So really, given that, I didn't have a lot of expectations. Usually, when people are hitting PRs, especially if they're doing it 2 days in a row, they're going to be pretty wiped out at some point, and you're gonna have a down day. A day, 2 days maybe, where the weights just aren't going up as smooth. And everybody here today was actually kind of subdued. It wasn't one of those wild and crazy days that sometimes happen where everyone's in a great mood and anxious to pull big weights. In spite of that, I mean, it ended up being a pretty decent day. Really, really can't complain. We had a number of pretty good lifts. Travis, his first exercise we're doing, snatch from the floor followed by a hang snatch. Travis managed to complete that with 140 and make the first snatch at 45 twice and miss the second, which that's pretty close to his max single, 6 kilos away from his max single. So I was real happy with that. I was happy with what Tom did up to 120. As you've seen, he's done a number of his warm-up sets. That was a pretty good rep there, without getting forward. I'm really measuring his good days and his bad days as how much weight he can get to without getting too far forward. So I was pretty happy with his performance. John looked pretty good as usual on the snatch. I think he ended up being able to successfully double 145, which is below his best, about 5 kilos below his best. But still pretty happy with that considering the day. Kevin just was not on today, and that's the second time you've seen him fail with a double at 130. When he's a 151 snatcher, that's a ridiculously low weight to not be able to double. But he just absolutely wasn't on. It was not Kevin's day. Here you see Trav doing his best successful double at 140. For a 151 max, that's pretty good as far as I'm concerned. See Jess there with 67. She's the one person that came in and made PRs today. Of course, she always seems to make PRs. She's making progress quicker than anyone else. See, John, that's 150. He should have made this, but he had to fight for that first one so hard, he just had nothing left. You see him just drop the bar without trying on the second one. A little disappointed he didn't at least give it a pull, but Jess's previous best at this exercise, one from the ground, one from the hang, was 68. She managed to make 69. She did miss 69 once first. I can't remember if this is the miss or the make. Yeah, that's the make. I must have got the miss on film. That was a pretty good lift right there. John missed at that 50 twice, and so he came back and hit 45. Actually, when he hit that 45, I asked him to go back up to 50 and try to make it because he looked like he did that one better than he did 140, but it just wasn't mentally there. I don't know how Tom saved that. I guess that's what you can do when you push press 170 kilos for sets of 5. I can't explain it any other way. I'm surprised the weights didn't fall off. And here is Jess's next PR. 68 was her previous. She did 69 on the last set. And here she goes for 70 and makes it. She didn't even try 71. We decided to call it quits after that. After we got done with the doubles, everybody lowered the bar about 15 or 20 kilos and came down for 3 triples, 1 from the floor, 2 from the hang. John made this 35 look pretty damn easy for a triple. In fact, he made this look so easy that I bet him $20 he couldn't do a set of 5 with 140, which anybody that regularly watches the videos know that he did a set of 5 with 135 quite a while back and never been able to break that PR in like 9-10 months. He actually won $80 from me a couple of weeks ago, hitting 137 for 5. Did it on his 3rd try. 2 sets, he makes 4 and misses the 5th rep, and on the 3rd try, he finally comes back and makes it. So I bet him $20 today, and this is the lift. He's going to go for a set of 5 here. I won't spoil it for you.
Come on, John. Come on.
And it looks there like he might get $20 out of my pocket, but, oh, not quite. Not quite. So I managed to redeem myself in the betting department there. Of course, I wish he would. I'd have gladly paid the $20 to see him make the lift, but now John owes me 20. On the clean and jerk, our first exercise was a clean pull, then a clean from below the knee, and then a jerk. This is what you see him doing here. John's really terrible at this exercise. I actually tried to double or nothing our bet on making 185 with this exercise, but after he did this set with 170, he didn't want any part of it. And probably for good reason, as you see him struggling to hold the jerk there. I think that extra pull at the start, just, the bar's in your hand for that much longer. John does not have a strength surplus, and it just takes enough out of him that he just doesn't have enough to make it. But there you saw Travis's 75. Travis actually made a really pretty 180 on this that we didn't get on film. And this is one of the most atrocious jerks. I'm actually surprised John could hold that with that much arm bend. He's not really a strong push presser. And since Travis made the 80, he comes back and tries to make 81. But it's not to be. I think his foot slips on the platform here, actually. Pretty clean, though. Got to admit that. Pretty clean. Watch the back foot slip here. I don't know if he would have made it or not if that hadn't happened, but that pretty much assured it wasn't going. This is 86. This is a PR for Jess. Her best clean and jerk now is 90. This is her best in this exercise. She misses the jerk twice, and then on her 3rd try at this weight, finally steps through and makes it. So that was one of the misses. On those first 2 attempts at the jerk, she just wasn't stepping through and putting her head in front of the bar. That's 175, and that's a pretty decent weight for Tom. I don't think he's super happy with that jerk from his facial expression. And John's moved on to triples now, which is 2 pulls, then a clean, and a jerk. This was kind of our back off exercise. As I remember, he makes these jerks a little stronger than he did. And he's had this perpetual problem with his back kind of tightening up. He gets a muscle spasm back there sometimes. I think this is the one where she steps through and makes it.
Come on, Judge.
I hope you noticed how compared to that one that she missed, she steps that front leg out and shoves her head through under the bar on that one way more. It's funny, John is going to come up here, I think, next doing this exercise, and I keep giving him a lot of hell about Phil Sabatini because Phil beat him at nationals, kind of a come from behind effort, and we gave him a little. No, I guess not on this one. It's on the next set. Gave him a lot of hell about saying, I told him I thought Phil Sabatini could beat him up, and this and that and the other, and here, this is a set. This is 160. Told him he keeps asking me, do I have to do 2 pulls? And I'm like, well, hell, Phil Sabatini would do 3. So he decided to be a smart ass and do 4 or 5, and then do it. So what does Tom do?
3, 5. Oh, shit.
Does one more than John, of course. Makes one of his better jerks, and he decides to jerk it a couple more times just for good measure. There's Tom. It's got to be frustrating for Tom. He's a big, strong guy with a ton of potential, but right now he's not quite as good of a lifter as John. And so when he has the opportunity to beat John in something, that's what you get right there. So I tell you what, I had low expectations coming into this workout. I really did, but it ended up being a pretty good workout with some good things happening, and pretty happy walking away from it, actually. So we will see y'all in a couple days with another video. Thanks for watching.